Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Monday, and that means it's Game of Thrones Day. And this week's episode was Battle of the Bastards. Jon and Sansa make a daring attempt to reclaim Winterfell from Ramsay Bolton. However, it seems as though Ramsay has the greater numbers and has something else that may cause Jon and Sansa to bend to his will. Okay, things I liked about this episode. Okay, I know I say this all the time with every single Game of Thrones episode, but it is true. I loved the story and the storyline and the plot. Now, unlike other Games of Thrones episodes, which, again, I love the storylines and the plots for those two. I say them in every single video. This one was a little different. It did start out in Madrid, and I think it ended there as well. Showing Daenerys kind of reclaiming her kingdom and then making a pact with some new arrivals. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to really spoil it. And I'm not going to say how she really reclaimed her kingdom. I think you can kind of guess though. But making a pact with some new arrivals to her kingdom to help her, or to Madrid, to help her reclaim Westeros. But the bulk of the episode took place at Winterfell. It was all about this great battle between Jon's very small army of wildlings and loyal supporters and Ramsay's big army of the soldiers that made up his house, House Bolton, and then the soldiers from the houses that, for lack of a better word, he intimidated into following him. So that was the bulk of the episode. What the main part of the episode focused on. There were no other side stories. I would even consider the scenes in Madrid to be not even really important to what was going on in this episode. It's basically setting up where we're going with Daenerys from this point on in the season. Because remember, we've only got one episode left in the season. And then the season's going to end until season 7 picks up. So they're really trying to tie up the loose ends with the characters, and that they haven't really touched on that much, and Daenerys is one of them. It's like, okay, she's back in Madrid. What's her focal point going to be from this point on? I mean, we know she wants to get back to Westeros, but how is she going to do that? And this is, those two scenes kind of really, okay, now we know what's going on with that. But the bulk of the episode was at Winterfell, and I really did like that. And one of the things I also liked about this episode is that Jon's army was the underdog in this battle. They didn't have the numbers to match Ramsay's army. They did have a giant, though. But they didn't have the numbers to match Ramsay's army. He had a huge army because he had the soldiers of his house and then the soldiers of all the houses that were unable to, or that didn't align themselves with Jon because they were either intimidated by Ramsay's or bullied by Ramsay's into helping him. So, but Jon's army still went up against Ramsay's army anyways. And the thing is, here's the thing, it's not really a spoiler, that I noticed about the battle. Number one, Jon offered to settle this without a lot of bloodshed, just have it be a battle between him and Ramsay's a one-on-one fight. And Ramsay flat out refused. It's like, to me, it's like he knew he couldn't beat Jon in a one-on-one fight, but rather, and he didn't want the other houses who he bullied, manipulated, blackmailed, whatever, to get on his side, to see him as weak. And it's like, okay, I can understand that. He is the illegitimate son of a lord. He had to basically struggle and fight to get where he was. I get that. But the big thing I noticed that was a big difference, and to me should have been a big turning point in the battle, right off the bat, was when the fighting started and the two armies charged ahead to meet each other. Jon was right in the fray with his army fighting alongside his soldiers and everything. Ramsay hung back. Like, he was willing to put his men in danger, but he wasn't willing to risk his life. And that was something that I think his soldiers should have taken into account. Here's Jon Snow. He's the illegitimate son of Eddard Stark, or Ned Stark. I don't know if I actually pronounced his actual name right. And he is literally fighting to reclaim his family's home. And Ramsay, who was basically took it by force, even though it was given to his father by the Lannisters, he did essentially take it from his father by force, is hanging back, and he's not really fighting for it. That should have, that shows a big, in my opinion, a big definition of his character. Also, what he does at the start of the battle, and I'm not going to say what it is, because it is a spoiler, really shows just how, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this, and there is no nice way, how psychotic, I guess, he is. But to see that, you're going to have to understand what I'm saying by that, you're going to have to, or not really psychotic, but sadistic. So you're going to have, but to understand why I say that, you're going to have to actually watch the episode, because I'm not going to get into it here in case you haven't seen it. But all in all, it was a very, it was a good episode, and I really did, again, it focuses on the battle, but I don't want to spend too much time talking about the things I liked about this episode, because I've already spent way too much time on this section anyways. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. Honestly, there was nothing I didn't like about this episode. I loved the way it was played out, how the battle was played out. I think I made a fair amount of points on that, on how I loved the way the battle played out. Even my issues with how Ramsay's conducted his soldiers, to me, is like, I liked that because it showed what kind of personality this character has, even though we kind of knew up to this point what it was like, what he was like. And I even liked, I'm going to call them the bookends for this chapter that took place, or this episode that took place in Madrid. I did like that because it showed us kind of where they're going forward with Daenerys and her group. So really nothing I really would nitpick over on that aspect on this episode. Really good, really well written, really well portrayed. Even the battle, and I'm not big on battle scenes, particularly bloody battle scenes, but this one I liked. They did it very well, and portrayed everything extremely well, in my opinion. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, Wattpad, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. I will also have the links for all 5 of those sites in the description section. If that, since that'll help you find them a little easier. Please note, all pictures seen within this video belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Feel free to check out my other Game of Thrones videos. My other TV talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a couple things I want to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers. I know some of my videos, particularly my TV Talk videos, are not on YouTube due to me not being able to post a couple of things about 2 years ago. For about a month. So if you'd like to check out any of my backlog videos that are not on YouTube, you can feel free to check them out on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. And this is for my Facebook friends. Any videos that I have that are not on, that I don't post directly to Facebook, will be posted to YouTube. I will, however, be posting the links for those videos to Facebook. However, if you're having any problems viewing those videos, please let me know in the comments section of that link, or feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I will have the link in the description section. Okay, now this one's for everyone, and basically we are coming to the end, or to the point where I'm going to have to put Game of Thrones on hold. I think we've got like 8 more episodes to get through, because season 7 only had like 7 episodes, I think. So we've got like 8 or 11. I know one season's short, I just can't remember if it was 7 or not. So basically that means that Monday will be opening up for have an opening for a new TV show review, and I would like to know what you guys would like me to do. Your choices are Fruit Basket, Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, and Gargoyles. Voting is extremely simple. All you have to do is write in the comment section which one of the 4 shows you listed you would like me to do, or like or love the comment on one of the 4 shows you would like me to do, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do. Voting will be until June 10th, possibly June 17th, as I'm not 100% sure if I have something going on that the week of the 10th or not. But I will give you updates in case this changes. You may vote as many times as you wish, but please note that in the event of a tie, I will have the final say in which show I will be doing a review on. The votes stand now at 1 vote for Gargoyles, 0 votes for Fruit Baskets, Superman, or Batman. So it takes 1 vote for Batman, Superman, Fruit Baskets, or all 3, or just 2 of them to tie it up. 2 votes for one of the 3 that have no votes for them to overtake Gargoyles. So as of this point in time, Gargoyles is the contender. So if you want like Batman or Superman or Fruit Baskets to be the next review, get your votes in. You've got a little over a month to get those votes. So you actually got about 2 months to get those votes in. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.